hello. Welcome. Good evening. Всем привет. My name is Matt Thompson. I'm the Public Affairs Officer at the U.S. Consulate in Yekaterinburg, and welcome to our program, English You Can Use. It's the program where you can learn English that you can actually use. Clever, huh? I'm glad you could join us tonight. We got a good amount of people on. First off, before we start, I got to say, if you know anybody, if you like this program and you think there are others who might enjoy it, click the share button, give it to them, help them improve their English. Or if you don't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on Vkontakte or Facebook, and even hop over to Instagram, because tomorrow I'm going to do one of these shortened lessons, maybe during the day. So, hope you're doing well. I'm going to say hi to people. Hello to Vitali. Hello to Konstantin. Hello to Ilya. I wanted to tell you, this has been a really hard year for everyone, right? So I don't want to pretend like it's been a great year. But if there is one positive thing I can say is that I have gotten to know a lot of you online. Some of the same people show up. And I really appreciate it. It's really great to see your input and hear your thoughts about all sorts of topics, to learn a little bit of Russian. And I hope that this program helps you with your English and helps you with making connections with other English speakers and hopefully Americans, because maybe someday you'll come and visit if you already haven't. So tonight we have a pretty good lesson. I think it's pretty good, honestly. We're going to talk a little bit about holiday idioms or idiomatic expressions that are common. We commonly use around wintertime or holidays. We're going to do some pronunciation, and then we're going to do learn some phrases that have to do with setting goals, because the new year is coming soon, and I know that Новый год is самый главный праздник в России, and so we should talk about it. So I'm saying hi to everybody here. Anastasia, hello, welcome from Surgut. And Yulia, nice to meet you, nice to see you. All right, so here's the first part of our presentation. I'm going to be off camera a little bit, but I hope this is helpful. So, happy holidays, everybody. Whoa, where'd I go? Sorry, I got to go through this manually. So the first one, this is kind of nice to use. If you want to raise your English to a higher level, you can use this phrase, Santa came early this year. And this means simply when something good happens, especially your significant other. Good evening from Uzbekistan. Wow, cool. If you got a nice early dinner with your boyfriend or girlfriend, you might say, wow, Santa came early this year, or Christmas came early. So you can use this. It's a pretty common phrase for, you hear it in movies, and a lot of Americans use it. Skating on thin ice. So you probably, there's lots of ice in Russia. You probably know this pretty well, but this means doing something risky that may have serious or unpleasant consequences. So this is really good for teachers. Teachers, you should know this. If you want to tell this to your students, if they're not listening, you can say, hey, you're skating on thin ice. You better watch it. Get back to work. Hello, Irina. And keep saying hi. This is our last program for 2020, so I'd love to see who's all on right now. So use this, and parents too. If you're a parent, you can use this with your children and they will learn quickly. You're skating on thin ice, or you are on thin ice. I don't know if I forgot the word for thin. It's escaping me right now in Russian. You can tell me, that would help. But lyot. Maybe there's a similar phrase in Russian. It seems like there would be. Number 3, to give the cold shoulder. Really good idiomatic expression. Clearly, this does not make sense if you read it bukvalna. So, to give the cold shoulder is to ignore or be disrespectful or just to be indifferent. If you know that word indifferent, it means like, I don't care. So it's negative. Let me think of an example. When I came to the restaurant, the waiter gave me the cold shoulder because he recognized me and doesn't like me. I don't know. It's a bad one. You can get the person gave me the cold shoulder after I tried to cut in line. It's not very nice. So this is a really good one to use though if you want using beyond literal translation, just to give the cold shoulder. Number 4, good things come in small packages. This is a nice one. And it means you should never judge something based on its size. That's very deep and philosophical. But I think it comes from little packages, usually that traditionally spouses would give the spouse if maybe it had a diamond in it or it was very nice jewelry. So you'd say very good things come in small packages. So you have a little jewelry, you open it up, and there's something really, really nice. So nice one to use. You can tell people, thanks, Anastasia. Yeah, I learned that a long time ago. It's a slang. I guess it's a slang term. So remember that one. Good things come in small packages. And last one is snowball effect. And this is good for economics or for explaining big changes. It's an insignificant, oh, I have a typo there, an insignificant situation that rapidly gains momentum. So something bad happens and then something worse happens and then something worse happens. Or it could be the opposite way. You do something nice for somebody, they do it nice for a lot of people, and then there's a big effect. So it can be positive or negative. Snowball effect. And you can probably understand this. That a snowball gets bigger the more you roll it. Okay, let's go on to, oh, and we have Irina here. So that's all the phrases. So we can go back through really, oops, sorry. I keep hitting the wrong button, sorry. So Santa came early this year, skating on thin ice, to give the cold shoulder, good things come in small packages, and the snowball effect. Okay, so sorry about that. If I hit a button and it goes to another scene, it kind of screws me up. So let's work on pronunciation really quick. And I need you to participate to make this effective, or polezna. So, hello, Misha. Let's try this. We're going to work on the sound TH, which is a tough one for a lot of people around the world if you're not a native speaker. So I'm going to move over here so you can see this. There's a hard TH sound, the, and there's a soft TH sound, th. And a lot of times I've noticed Slavic speakers will make this sound into a t or a d because it's not comfortable to put your tongue out through. So focus on making it very soft, the, so you almost will feel your tongue vibrating on your teeth, or th, where you roll it up behind, your teeth. Makes sense? So I'm gonna put up a word, and you're gonna say whether it's a hard or a soft, and then practice. But listen to the way I say it. Oops. That was, again, a screw up on my part. So the first one is though. Though. Do you consider this to be a hard TH or a soft TH? Though. I'll give you a minute. You can type in hard or soft in the comments if you want, but just try to practice it yourself. Though. You should almost be getting like a vibrating sensation. Make your tickles your tongue. Though. Okay, let's try the next one. Math. Math. Good job, Constantine. That's correct. Yeah, the first one was a hard one. Math. And you know, in Britain, they say maths. The first time I saw that as an American, I thought it was a typo. I thought it was a mistake in the book. I'd never heard that, but I've now. Very good. Yeah, the first one's hard. The second one here, math, is soft. Soft, math. You can barely even hear the sound. Okay. Let's go to the next one. These. 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 Now you might be thinking, if this is easy for you, great. But a lot of people struggle with it, and it is important if you really want to get your English to sound really natural and you want to sound like a native speaker. These. Hard or soft? Okay. I'm a little bit ahead of you, so. Constantine's right. These is hard as well. All right. Two more. Then. Then. Again, really easy words. What I usually hear with some people, they'll say den or zen. Work on putting that tongue through your teeth and just then. Okay. And then let's get last one. Thing. 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 So again, me as a native speaker, it's very easy. What's hard for me in Russian is to do the rolling R's. My tongue is not strong enough for some reason. So Ruski, Rossiyski. But this is something you can work on, I think. Good, very good, Konstantin. Excellent. So thing is soft. All right. So that's our pronunciation. Keep working that on your own. It's not easy, but keep practicing. Just practice on your own. Walk up and down the street outside and just be talking to yourself. No one will think anything of it. They'll think you have your earbuds in. All right, so translation time. I think we may have done this a long time ago, but I want to see if anybody remembers. So here is the translation. Bez truda ni vytashish I rybku iz pruda. Now that's a big one. There is an English equivalent to this, and it's not the same. So if you remember what it is, write it in the comments, or if you can give me the best translation you can. And maybe, I don't know if I'm saying this right. Bez truda ni vytashish I rybku iz pruda. So I know it's like without work, there's not something for the fish from the pond. Something like that. But think about maybe what it is in English, and I will then give you. So I'll give you maybe 20 seconds. These are good for you to think and see the equivalent, because obviously Russian and English are very different languages, but sometimes we have the same expressions, we just say them a little differently. And good evening, Roman. Whoa, Irina gets the prize. And Anastasia right after it. Good job. Yes, that is exactly right. Молодцы. Yes, no pain, no gain. I'm going to put it here. No pain, no gain. Really easy phrase to tell your students if you're a teacher, or in any other situation, if you're working out or if you're a musician. No pain, no gain. It's if you said that to any American, they would know what you're talking about. It'd be very common. All right. So our next one, this is for New Year's Day, and a lot of us at this time of year are thinking about making new goals, thinking about restarting or starting something new. Um, I think this is the Americans and Russians and others around the world, we all think the same. The new year brings hope. And with a really difficult year, it's important that we have hope and we have new goals. So I'd like to teach you just a few really easy English phrases that you can keep in mind with this topic. And as you know, in the science of learning languages, if you have the subject or the topic and you learn a few things around it, you'll remember it better than just random stuff all over the place. So I hope this helps. So let's start with the first one, which is what everybody will do at midnight on January 1st. Ring in the new year. Maybe you know this one. Ringing like a ring, like a bell rings. Ring in the new year means start the new year. Very common phrase. And as you know, I think it depends on the person in the United States, but New Year's is a big holiday. Maybe Christmas is a little bigger. Hanukkah certainly big if you're Jewish. Kwanzaa is also celebrated, and New Year's. I'm always tired by New Year's, maybe because I celebrated before then. But anyway, I hope. Tell me what you're going to do to ring in the new year. Let's go next one. This is about setting goals. Turn over a new leaf. Turn over a new leaf. And I hope this helps to see it written and then hear me say it. I think that's important. Turn over a new leaf means to change, to start something new. So you're taking the leaf and you're turning it over. I don't know why, I guess what the significance of turning a leaf is, but if you know, tell me. So write these down if you can. Try to remember it in your head how I'm saying it. Turn over a new leaf. And it means to change, to start something new, to set a goal. It's a really good one to know. It's a good idiom to know. All right. What are you going to do to turn over a new leaf in 2021? Let me know. I will tell you in a minute what I'm going to try to do. Another great one, start from scratch. Now, do you know what scratch is? It's like when you scratch something with your fingernails. I don't know that actually in Russian. To start from scratch, though, is much different. It means to start from nothing, to start from the base, to start with the most basic elements. And it's usually used for food or ingredients. So you can say, I made these cookies from scratch. Make sense? Tsarepat. Tsarepat. Okay, thanks, Konstantin. So you can start from scratch, means usually for food, but it can mean other things too. So to start from scratch, I'll give you a little story. When I learned Bulgarian, I started from scratch. In 2004, I traveled to Bulgaria outside of the first time to Europe in my life. I got off a plane. I went to this camp where I was with all these Americans. It was part of the Peace Corps. And 2 days later, I got picked up by my host family, a Bulgarian family, wonderful people. And I did not know a word of Bulgarian. They did not really know any English. So I was starting the language from scratch. And I learned that day, da, ine. That was it. So if you can imagine living with a family not knowing any words and they don't know any of your words, it was pretty amazing that within 1 week we kind of understood each other. I could say I want, I don't want, I like, I don't like. So that's a good example of starting from scratch. hopefully you're not starting English from scratch tonight, because this would be hard. All right, next one, get the ball rolling. Get the ball rolling. This is similar to me when I think when people say like payekali, like let's get going, let's go. Начинаемся, let's get started. I mean, sarapina is the noun and saripat is to scratch. Very good. So get the ball rolling. That's a really good one to use at work. Let's get the ball rolling with this plan or project. Let's go. It doesn't literally mean take a ball and roll it across the floor. So keep that in your back pocket if you start working with native speakers overseas. If they say that, you'll know, that means we're starting something. Let's go. Sarapina. Thank you, Misha. All right. And let's go with the last one. Kick a habit. Kick a habit. So you probably know the verb kick, to kick, to kick a ball. You know habit, which is привычка. But together they make to stop something, to give up something. And that's what a lot of us do for New Year's is we give up something, right? We stop. We say we're not going to eat fries every day. Only on the weekends. So to kick a habit, let's get a good. Actually, why don't you give me a good example? Type one in the try to give one in the comments section of how you would use this in the sentence. I'll give you one. Right now, I'm trying to kick the habit of waking up late. I want to wake up early, but I have a habit of waking up late. Sleeping in, as we say. It's another word. Good. That's a good one. Sleeping in means to wake up late. So this is associated usually with a bad habit or an addiction or something like that. So, low battery. Okay. Misha, he has to leave. His battery's going to run low. So, those are 5 great phrases to learn about goal setting and about New Year's. So enjoy using those. Try to find a way to use them. Maybe you have some friends overseas. Maybe you have other friends who speak English in your city or here in Yekaterinburg. But they're very useful. They're very practical, and you can see they're not too hard. So maybe I'll say I'm going to ring in the new year by making some pelmeni from scratch, and I'm going to turn over a new leaf and kick the habit of sleeping in. So tomorrow I'm going to get the ball rolling and get up early. I used all of them. Very simple. All right. So that's it for tonight. I don't have a guest tonight. You just have to look at me. But I'm really glad a lot of us, we had a good crowd tonight. I'm looking at 48, 50, 60 people. And keep sharing and telling others about this. And Roman, thank you for the compliment and the beard. It's cold out. I'm getting the beard because it's cold. I've really enjoyed getting to connect with a lot of you. I hope in the future we can do this in person. It's much better. And when we had our English club back in the spring, we had so many people, and it was such a wonderful time to be living in Yekaterinburg. And my family and I really feel a part of this community. So with that, I wish you a Happy New Year. I wish you luck, joy, health, all the best. It can only get better from here, right? 2020 was a rough year, but I think it's going to get better. So again, if you like this, let me know in the comments section. If you don't like it, tell me too. Share it with others, and I hope we see each other in 2021. Пока и всего доброго. Good night.